Do you ever wonder how many years you truly have left after 70? The truth is, your body is already sending you signals, subtle but powerful clues about your lifespan. Some people in their 70s are bursting with energy, traveling and chasing grandkids, while others struggle with fatigue and health battles. What's the difference? Science says it comes down to 7 key signs. These aren't just guesses. They're backed by decades of research on aging, longevity, and real people who've lived past 90 with vitality. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to watch for in your own life and how to fix weak spots before it's too late. Stick around, especially for sign number 5, because one of these might surprise you. Let's dive in. Sign 1. Your leg strength. The 10-second test that predicts longevity. Imagine this. A simple test you can do right now in your living room might reveal more about your lifespan than your latest blood work. Researchers have discovered that your ability to stand on one leg for just 10 seconds after age 70 is one of the most powerful predictors of how long and how well you'll live. A major study published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine followed nearly 2,000 older adults and found something startling. Those who couldn't complete this basic balance test were 84% more likely to die within the next 7 years compared to those who could. What makes this so telling? Your balance isn't just about steadiness, it's a window into your overall health. When you stand on one leg, your body calls upon multiple systems to work in harmony. Strong muscles in your calves and core keep you upright. Healthy nerves relay signals between your limbs and brain, and your cardiovascular system ensures enough blood flow to keep everything coordinated. If this delicate system starts failing, it often signals deeper problems, muscle loss creeping in, nerves deteriorating, or even early cognitive decline. Take the story of 2 neighbors, both aged 75. Margaret still tends to her rose garden every morning, takes ballroom dance classes on weekends, and recently returned from a hiking trip in the mountains. When her doctor asked her to try the balance test during a checkup, she held the pose effortlessly for 20 seconds. Then there's Herbert, who gave up golf last year because he kept feeling unsteady on the course. He needs to sit down to put on his socks now, and when he attempted the test, he barely lasted 3 seconds before grabbing the counter. His doctor explained that this wasn't just normal aging, it was a warning sign that his body was losing resilience. The silver lining? Unlike genetics or past health issues, balance is something you can actively improve. Start by testing yourself near a sturdy chair or wall for safety. If 10 seconds feels impossible today, begin with small challenges. Stand on one foot while waiting for the microwave, or practice rising from a seated position without using your hands. Over time, these tiny habits rebuild the strength and coordination that keep you independent. Remember, every senior who avoids a devastating fall starts by mastering these quiet moments of balance. Your ability to stand steady today might just determine how many vibrant years you have left. Could you pass the 10-second challenge? Try it now and share your results below. We're rooting for you. Sign 2. The hidden clue in your handshake. Why grip strength matters more than you think. Picture this. You're at a family gathering when your grandson challenges you to an old-fashioned handshake contest. As your palms meet, that momentary squeeze holds far more meaning than you realize. Scientists have discovered that grip strength, the force you generate when clasping someone's hand, is one of the most reliable biomarkers of aging. A landmark study tracking 500,000 people across 17 countries found that weak grip strength predicted early mortality better than blood pressure readings in seniors. The reason lies in what researchers call systemic resilience. Your hands are the endpoint of a complex biological network, Strong grip requires healthy muscles, robust nerve connections, efficient circulation, and even proper hormone levels. When that power begins to fade, it's often the first visible symptom of sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss, which accelerates frailty. Consider the case of 78-year-old identical twins, Richard and Robert. Richard still enjoys woodworking in his garage, easily opening stubborn pickle jars for his great-grandchildren. Robert, though equally active in his youth, now struggles to turn doorknobs and recently dropped his favorite coffee mug when his fingers suddenly gave out. Their diverging paths show how grip strength becomes a silent report card for overall vitality. What makes this discovery so valuable is how easily you can monitor and improve it. Start by testing yourself with a simple bathroom scale. Squeeze it while noting the pounds of pressure. Healthy seniors typically maintain 50 to 60 pounds of force. If yours is declining, targeted exercises like squeezing a stress ball or carrying grocery bags with alternating fingers can rebuild strength. Even more importantly, grip strength responds to overall fitness. Regular walks and light resistance training provide system-wide benefits. Neurologists emphasize that hand strength also correlates with brain health. The same neural pathways controlling fine motor skills overlap with cognitive functions. That's why occupational therapists often use grip exercises in early dementia interventions. Your hands, it turns out, might be whispering secrets about your mind years before other symptoms appear. Sign 3. Your walking speed. The unconscious metric that predicts your future. You might not realize it, but your natural walking pace is quietly keeping score of your longevity. Researchers from the University of Pittsburgh made a remarkable discovery after analyzing data from over 35,000 seniors. Walking speed is such an accurate predictor of lifespan that they dubbed it the sixth vital sign. Their findings revealed that each 0.1 meter per second increase in walking speed correlated with a 12% reduction in mortality risk. What makes something as simple as walking so revealing? Your gait speed reflects the integrated health of multiple bodily systems. When you walk briskly, your heart pumps efficiently, your lungs oxygenate blood effectively, your muscles and bones maintain their strength, and your brain coordinates complex movements seamlessly. A slowing pace often signals the first subtle declines in these systems before other symptoms appear. Consider the story of two sisters, both 76 years old. Eleanor still power walks 3 miles every morning, her strides quick and purposeful as she navigates city sidewalks with ease. Her younger sister, Margaret, however, has gradually adopted a slower, shuffling gait over the past 2 years. She now needs extra time to cross streets and finds herself holding railings more often. While Margaret attributes this to just getting older, her doctor recently explained that her slowing pace correlates with measurable declines in cardiovascular efficiency and muscle mass. The remarkable news? Walking speed is one of the most modifiable predictors on our list. Start by measuring your baseline. Time how long it takes to walk 20 feet at your normal pace. A healthy speed for seniors is about 1.2 to 1.4 meters per second, roughly crossing a room in 4 to 5 seconds. If you're slower, incorporate these scientifically backed strategies. First, practice brisk intervals during daily walks. Speed up for 30 seconds between lampposts or mailboxes, then recover. This builds cardiovascular endurance without strain. Second, add simple heel raises and toe taps while waiting, like at the kitchen counter or during TV commercials, to maintain calf strength. Finally, focus on posture. Standing tall with shoulders back automatically lengthens your stride. Neurologists note another crucial benefit. Maintaining walking speed helps preserve cognitive function. The hippocampus, your brain's memory center, actually shows more gray matter in seniors who walk regularly at a brisk pace. Your daily stroll does more than exercise your legs. It's giving your brain a workout too. Sign 4. Your sleep patterns. The nightly reset button for longevity. There's a reason centenarians often share one surprising habit. They sleep like clockwork. Cutting-edge research from Harvard Medical School reveals that after 70, your sleep quality becomes one of the most reliable predictors of how long and how well you'll live. Scientists tracking seniors' sleep patterns found those with consistent, restorative sleep had a 35% lower mortality risk over a decade compared to restless sleepers. The science behind sleep's power. Your nightly slumber isn't just downtime, it's when your body performs critical maintenance. During deep sleep phases, your brain activates its glymphatic system, flushing out Alzheimer's-linked proteins. Your heart rate and blood pressure dip, giving your cardiovascular system 20 to 30% more recovery time than daytime rest provides. Even your immune system releases specialized cells that combat inflammation and precancerous cell changes. Consider the case of 79-year-old retired teacher Miriam and her former colleague Helen. Miriam maintains a strict 10 p.m. bedtime, sleeps uninterrupted for 7 hours, and wakes feeling refreshed. Helen, however, watches TV until midnight, wakes 3 to 4 times nightly, and relies on daytime naps. While both women are the same age, sleep studies show Miriam gets nearly triple the beneficial deep sleep. And her recent biological age testing revealed her cells function at a level 8 years younger than Helen's. The silent epidemic of senior sleep changes. After 70, many dismiss poor sleep as inevitable, but science tells a different story. Age-related changes in melatonin production and bladder capacity do affect sleep, but catastrophic sleep fragmentation usually signals underlying issues. Midnight awakenings may indicate untreated sleep apnea, affecting 1 in 3 seniors, which starves the brain of oxygen. Early morning insomnia often correlates with cortisol dysregulation. Excessive daytime sleepiness could reveal micronaps from poor nighttime sleep quality. 3 evidence-based fixes. The 2-2-2 wind-down rule. Spend 2 hours before bed away from screens. Do 2 minutes of deep breathing, 4-second inhale, 6-second exhale, and keep your bedroom 2 degrees cooler than daytime temps. This combo triggers a 37% faster sleep onset in seniors. Daylight anchoring. Exposure to morning sunlight within 30 minutes of waking resets circadian rhythms. Even on cloudy days, 15 minutes outdoors signals your brain to produce melatonin 12 hours later. The protein timing trick. Consuming 20 to 30 grams of protein, like Greek yogurt or cottage cheese, 90 minutes before bed provides amino acids that reduce nighttime muscle breakdown by up to 40%. Tonight, try the 2-2-2 rule and comment tomorrow how it worked. Your experience could help others sleep better. Sign 5. Your appetite. The silent messenger of longevity. There's a quiet revolution happening in longevity science, and it starts at your dinner plate. Researchers at the National Institute on Aging made a startling discovery after tracking the eating patterns of 2,500 seniors for 15 years. Those who maintained a strong, consistent appetite in their 70s and beyond lived significantly longer than their peers who lost interest in food. But here's the twist. It's not just about how much you eat, but how you eat that matters most. The biology behind appetite and aging. Your relationship with food after 70 acts like a biological dashboard, lighting up warning signs long before other symptoms appear. When appetite declines, it's rarely just about eating less with age. Science reveals 3 hidden factors at play. Metabolic efficiency breakdown. After 70, your body becomes 40% less efficient at absorbing nutrients from food. That chicken breast you've eaten for decades now delivers fewer building blocks for muscle and cell repair. The flavor fade phenomenon. Taste buds shrink by 50% between ages 70 to 90, while smell sensitivity drops even faster. This isn't just inconvenient, it's dangerous. When food becomes bland, seniors unconsciously shift to saltier, sweeter processed options. The protein paradox. Seniors need 30% more protein than middle-aged adults to maintain muscle, yet most consume 20% less. This deficiency accelerates frailty in what doctors call the nutritional downward spiral. Meet 77-year-old identical twins James and John. James still savors meals, seasoning vegetables with herbs and planning protein-rich snacks. John eats because he has to, often skipping breakfast and surviving on tea and toast. The difference? James's last DEXA scan showed bone density comparable to a 65-year-old. John was diagnosed with sarcopenia after a minor fall, not because he's frail, but because his unnoticed 11-pound muscle loss over 5 years left him vulnerable. The longevity eating protocol. Based on the latest geriatric nutrition research. 1. The 20-minute pre-meal ritual. Set the table properly, even for one. Take 3 deep breaths before eating. Drink 4 ounces of water with lemon. Why? This triggers digestive enzymes and increases nutrient absorption by up to 27%. Second, flavor amplification techniques. Use umami boosters, mushroom powder, aged cheeses, tomato paste. Try taste bud brushing, gently scrubbing your tongue before meals. Experiment with temperature contrasts, warm main dish plus cold salad. 3. The protein priority system. Divide your body weight, pounds, by 2. That's your minimum daily protein goal in grams. Consume 30 grams within 30 minutes of waking. Add 1 tablespoon collagen peptides to morning drinks. Sign 6. Your social connections, the hidden lifesaver in plain sight. For decades, scientists overlooked one of the most powerful predictors of longevity. Not your cholesterol levels or blood pressure, but the strength of your social bonds. A groundbreaking Harvard study spanning 85 years revealed that close relationships are the single strongest factor determining how long and how well people live after 70. In fact, seniors with rich social connections had a 50% higher survival rate over a 10-year period compared to their isolated peers. Why loneliness is more dangerous than obesity. Your brain interprets social isolation as a biological threat, triggering the same stress responses that once warned our ancestors of predator danger. Chronic loneliness increases inflammation levels equivalent to smoking 15 cigarettes daily, accelerates cognitive decline by 20% faster than average, weakens immune response to vaccines and infections. The famous Rosetto effect demonstrates this perfectly. In the 1960s, researchers studied an Italian-American community with unusually low rates of heart disease despite poor diets and smoking. The secret? Their tight-knit social structure, multi-generational homes, daily community gatherings, and strong neighborhood bonds provided protection no medication could match. 2 widows, 2 different paths. Consider 82-year-old Martha and 81-year-old Barbara, both widowed within a year of each other. Martha attends weekly book club meetings, volunteers at the local library, and has standing lunch dates with her grandchildren. Her calendar stays full, and she often jokes about needing a day off from people. Barbara rarely leaves her apartment since her husband passed. She orders groceries online and spends most days watching TV alone. Though physically healthy, she's visited the ER 3 times this year for unexplained chest pains that cardiologists can't explain. A classic symptom of what doctors now call broken heart syndrome. Building your longevity network at any age. You don't need hundreds of friends, just 3 to 5 meaningful connections shown to extend lifespan. Try these research-backed strategies. The 15-minute daily connection rule. A short phone call counts. Even brief interactions with cashiers or neighbors matter. Pet ownership provides similar benefits. Create forced socialization. Schedule recurring commitments, weekly coffee dates. Join groups with attendance expectations, choir volunteer shifts. Adopt obligation friendships. Walking buddies, meal partners. Master the art of vulnerability. Share small personal struggles. I've been sleeping poorly. Ask for minor favors. Can you recommend a plumber? These exchanges build trust and deepen bonds. Sign 7. Your sense of purpose. The forgotten fuel for longevity. What if I told you that having a reason to wake up in the morning could be more important than your cholesterol levels? A landmark study published in JAMA Network Open followed 7,000 seniors for over a decade and found something remarkable. Those with a strong sense of purpose had a 62% lower risk of early death, even after accounting for health behaviors and chronic conditions. The biology of purpose. Your brain doesn't distinguish between physical and psychological nourishment. When you engage in meaningful activities, dopamine and serotonin levels rise, reducing inflammation linked to arthritis and heart disease. Stress hormone production drops by up to 46%, protecting your telomeres, the caps on your DNA that control aging. Cognitive reserve builds up, creating alternative neural pathways that delay dementia symptoms. Japanese researchers studying Ikigai, life worth living, found that seniors with this mindset maintained significantly better mobility and memory into their 90s. Their secret? Small daily rituals, gardening, mentoring younger neighbors, or maintaining family traditions provided measurable biological benefits. The retirement paradox. Consider two former accountants, both 76. Harold transitioned gradually, cutting hours over 5 years while developing woodworking skills. He now teaches classes at the community center 3 mornings a week. Edward retired abruptly on his 65th birthday. He spends his days scrolling news feeds and waiting for family visits. Though equally healthy at retirement, Harold's recent MRI shows brain activity patterns resembling a 60-year-old, while Edward's cognitive tests reveal accelerated decline. Neurologists attribute this to passive engagement syndrome, when lack of mental challenge allows neural connections to deteriorate. Crafting your purpose blueprint. You don't need grand missions. Science shows these simple practices work. 1. The 3Ds framework. Discover. Spend 10 minutes daily learning something new. Language apps, documentaries. Develop. Master a micro skill. Bread making, bird watching, with monthly milestones. Donate. Share knowledge weekly, coaching grandchildren via Zoom, writing Amazon reviews for local businesses. Second, legacy building. Create memory anchors, handwritten recipes, video diaries that outlast you. Adopt a 200-year mindset. How will today's actions ripple through future generations? 3. Curiosity conditioning. Keep a wonder journal for questions. Why do leaves change color? Visit places that spark new interests, hardware stores, botanical gardens. What's one small purpose you'll pursue this week? Inspire others by sharing below. These 7 signs reveal what truly determines longevity after 70. Not just genetics, but daily choices that shape your biological destiny. If this video helped you, pay it forward. Like to help others discover this life-changing info. Subscribe for more science-backed aging insight and comment your biggest takeaway. Your engagement creates a ripple effect, helping grandparents worldwide live stronger, longer. Until next time, remember, aging isn't about adding years to your life, but life to your years.